We're going to go ahead and move into the drafting phase. This is going to be the last match of the day. So, FW and Monkey Spanner. I'm hoping for a better show than the first two games, and already FW with the Respect Clink Span against Monkey Spanner, making sure Karn doesn't pick up that hero.
Karn likes to play Clinks.
He does. He has told me that he feels like he's one of the best Clinks in the world. He's like, one of the top 5 or so.
Karn is the best everything in the world when it comes to Dota in his mind.
I guess it's good to have that confidence, but at the same time it can...
it leaves little room for learning and improvement. But with that attitude, it's definitely a good attitude to have, that confidence. You play confidently, you play the same either way. In-game, in tournament settings and high-pressure settings, that kind of attitude is definitely the most valuable. But in situations where you should win, but you end up underestimating your opponent, then that's where you go into the blame game and you start blaming other aspects of the game when clearly it was just you got outplayed. It's a bit of a give and take. Yeah, I think to be a successful pro gamer, you've got to learn to admit when you make mistakes. And
so you're saying you can't have an ego?
Well, no, you should have an ego to some extent, but at the other point, you've got to know that while you are good at this game, there are so many people better than you at this game, and in order to close that gap, you've got to improve. You can't just stay the same and I'm at the top of my game, I'm the best. You need some humility to improve.
Can't be complacent. So there's the puck, and it looks like he is really happy with that Ancient Apparition pick. He's been playing it a lot recently, and it is going to be the first pick for MS MKS. Not surprised there, in all honesty. It's a first pick, first ban material hero, and it's a hero Park is pretty comfortable with, so yeah.
Well, FW does get the Invoker, and that's actually pretty big because they are comfortable playing that Invoker. And, well, he is going to have a pretty big effect in this game. He's going to be able to stop those pushes and just break up any bad engagements in team fights.
Yeah, one thing I am happy to see, though, is Monkey Spanner, because the Invoker's been picked up early, they can kind of pick a little bit around that hero, not necessarily get a lot of heroes with a really small mana pool, so that the EMP can just kind of, completely wreck their team fighting capabilities. Well, maybe they'll try to do a little bit more split pushing as well.
I really hope that the Invoker plays a little aggressively, because he will be able to pick up the supports very easily.
I would like an Ember Spirit pickup from either end. He hasn't been banned out, and he's a good hero. I think he's just really good. I don't think he's underrated, is what I'm trying to say.
He's not underrated. He's not overrated. He's right where he is. He's a strong hero when you get the items, but early on, the laning phase can be a little difficult, but as soon as you weather through it, he just makes a huge impact as soon as you hit level 6.
Yeah. I prefer to play him mid, personally. I think he shines in that role, but Monkey Spanner picking up the Lycan is pick number 2. So we could see him either, I guess, maybe mid Arteezy style, or they can just put him in the safe lane, where we do see him a lot nowadays. So really up in the air as far as lanes go, but 2 strong picks from Monkey Spanner.
They might be going for a little bit of a push meta here.
I wouldn't be surprised. I was kind of thinking that's a good way to deal with the Invoker.
Well, it's just a good way to deal with the FW team.
Yeah,
they're not going to be able to contest it.
And they banned out the Nature's Prophet as their 3rd pick, which is another very good pushing hero. I guess if we see like a Shadow Shaman pickup, that would really be the kind of like the point where we know Monkey Spanner is going to be relying on like a push meta. And it is early on in the KDL, I did see FW ban out a lot of push-centric strategies.
Monkey Spanner does shine in that push meta. I mean, it worked really well for us.
Not as much as Nemesis.
Well, Nemesis is just ridiculous with it. They will just not play Dota. They'll just play break your crap and bone out.
I still, though, they definitely have the most entertaining game of the season. I have to say that.
Yeah, because it's a big joke. It's kind of...
They won. They won the game. They won.
I guess results are what matters, but for the people watching and for the opponents...
It's the most exciting game I've ever seen in Dota 2.
I'm more excited by seeing like the top teams duking it out where anything can happen. Every team fight is exciting. Not just an overpowered early game push strategy where they just get a gold advantage and
I enjoyed
books.
it, man. I just have to say I enjoyed the game.
I'm not a fan of Rat Dota.
I don't like Rat Dota, but it was so exciting that I was a fan of that game in particular.
What was exciting about it? Nothing was going on. You just see towers breaking, nobody fighting.
Oh, man, it was action the entire time. The entire game, man, it was just pure action.
Okay.
There was no downtime, no lulls in the action. It was just fight after fight after fight.
Well, that's how they took down EOT Hammer as well, with that little Rat Roshan in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, that's the game I'm referring to, man.
Oh, well, I was talking about their most recent game against... no, that was their most recent game where they had the Roshan.
No, Nemesis did lose against Hot 6.
Yeah,
last
because
week.
they didn't prepare a cheese strategy. Like
They kind of they half-assed it, in all honesty.
they thought they could win playing normally. Ha!
Monkey Spanner they've just picked up a lot of cures they're really comfortable with. FW, they do like that Nyx Assassin. So, I mean, they still have a pretty strong lineup, but I am a little bit more on Monkey Spanner's side as far as picks go. What do you think so far?
Regardless of picks and bans, this should be a fairly easy game for Monkey Spanner.
Just they're going to outplay their opponents?
Just outplay, outclass, outpower. They're gonna take the early lead and just snowball with it, and it should be a fast GG, maybe 20 minutes.
Dang, man, dang. I don't think that Nyx Assassin is correct on Karn's last 3 picks. He played the lifesteal our last game. Alright, well, as far as the bans go, you got Sand King removed from FW and Lifestealer from Monkey Spanner. But the Naga pickup from FW, is this going to be a position 1 Naga, or... Well, I guess it could be either. It could be position 1 Naga, or they could put her in the support role and just pick up 1 more carry. Still up in the air.
It would be better to use him as a support early on and just get those early kills and then transition him later into a farming carry.
I also really like that they picked up the Naga because it's one of the best heroes that kind of deal with the Lycan. That net goes through BKB, and even if you use your ultimate as the Dogman, you're still going to be stuck at one spot. But Enigma, I'm excited to see this hero. We don't see him that often.
I don't think they're gonna really... They don't really have an Enigma player on Monkey Spanner's end, unless it's gonna be played by 2D.
That's possible. They could put Enigma in the offlane, and maybe. We'll have to see.
There we go, Mernili.
It's Merlini.
Yeah, they purposely spelled his name wrong.
Yeah, they did. Hopefully they'll fix that next season. I hope FW is still going to be around.
I doubt they'll be around.
Oh, come on, man.
I feel like they're probably the last 2 places, FW and
Nemesis.
So they're gonna have to play for their spot.
Do you know of any up-and-coming teams that aren't in Tier 2 that should definitely make it in next season?
For Tier 2?
Yeah.
Make it into Tier 2?
Mm-hmm.
No, there's nobody of note.
I hope somebody surprises both of us.
There might be 1 or 2 teams on the same level as FW and Mission Success, but I feel like with all the play that they've been doing together, FW and Mission Success or whatever team Nemesis ends up having to play for that qualifying spot, the little tier switch system thing they got going on. I feel like they will be able to guard their spot.
What about the Uzbekistanian team that made it into the KDL Season 3?
I don't even know if they're still around.
I know they're around because they did participate in the qualifiers, but they didn't make it through. They lost.
I haven't been seeing much of them in the Tier 3 at all.
Oh, okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. They could be focusing on their studies. They are students, just like the Chinese team. And okay, so this is going to be a position 1 Naga, and the Darkseer is going to end up in that off lane with the Nyx and Disruptor as supports, which leaves Monkey Spanner's last pick in question. I assume it's going to be an offlaner. We could see this Enigma on the offlane played by Tootie, but I mean, we don't really know, in all honesty. So we'll have to wait and see.
Well, it looks like they're going to have the Darkseer off lane, and Naga will be playing the position.
Ooh, Magnus. Okay. I don't know how these lanes are going to end out, do you?
They're going to go with the standard lanes.
Standard lanes? Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, down to the last game of the day. But FW has their headphones off, so we'll see how fast we actually move into this game. But I imagine it'll be quite soon. Monkey Spanner looking pretty confident against their opposition, FW. Alright, Remix, it's time to cast some more Dota 2. Last game of the day. Let's see who wins.
$3,000 up for grabs.
Ooh, not bad. $3,000 for one game, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, just consider that they've just won $2,000 each from the previous 2 games.
Yep.
So that's a total of $5,000 just for 2 hours of play, 2 games.
Well, that doesn't include all of the practicing and other time and effort involved in creating a Dota team.
But for per hour, that's pretty darn good pay.
Standard. Just standard. Yeah, there is a bit of an issue in the FW. Oh, actually, one of the players has left the booth. I am unsure of what's going on.
Maybe he has to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
Potty break.
You know, that is possible.
It's a real PP right here.
You're terrible, Remix.
Come on.
All right, well, currently we're in our 3rd game of the day. This is a little bit weird as far as format is concerned. We don't have any Tier 1 matches today. We are going to have some matches this Sunday and then Wednesday. And I think, no, today's Sunday, so this upcoming Wednesday and Sunday we're going to have placement matches where basically the Tier 2 and Tier 3 teams, or Tier 1, figure out where they're going to end up as far as divisions go. And then we have a week break, and in 2 weeks from now, we're going to have the finals for the KDL, which should be Phoenix and Zephyr play against each other.
Yeah, I believe it's Phoenix and Zephyr, and I don't know. I feel like Zephyr might be taken down, possibly.
I don't think so.
You don't know.
If Phoenix prepares really hard for the finals, maybe they can. But every time like someone tells me like I don't know, I think Zephyr are going to lose, they like look better than ever and they just trounce the opposition.
Well, you have to consider the recent lineup changes that Phoenix underwent.
Yeah, they're gonna have 5 no. QO cannot play in the finals.
Why not?
Because he already played on another team in the KDL.
Ah, maybe.
So yeah, it's not gonna be possible, fortunately. It's yeah, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of a delay. And anything else to discuss about these teams, Remix?
Not much.
They gave us free sodas, and it's at the perfect time during the pause, so we can get our free drinks.
And I just wasted my money buying my own drink.
Nexon gave me a free Sprite. Thanks, Nexon.
I got a free Fanta.
You want to trade?
No, the Korean Sprites taste like crap.
I don't drink Sprite generally.
They're too syrupy.
Well, I have a hot 6 next to
It's definitely not the same Sprite as they got back in America, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I don't drink soda too often, but when I do, I generally just mix it with drinks. So
Well, Sprite usually is crisp and refreshing, but this Sprite, it just tastes like syrup with bubbles. Like, that's all I can
Ew.
say.
That does not sound delicious at all. Yeah. If you guys have any questions in the Twitter chat, or not Twitter chat, in the Twitch chat, feel free to ask them, and me and Remix will do our best to answer the questions. Any questions about either of us, or the KDL, or the players, all that fun stuff, because we do have a little bit of downtime. They're just trying to fix one of the computers in the FW booth. So yeah, ask away. AMA or AMAA. Ask me almost anything. I do not want to
almost
tell you
anything.
what I ate last night.
I'll tell you guys what I ate last night.
What did you eat?
Let me think. Oh, I had some chicken and beer.
Chicken and beer.
Wow.
Classic Korean dinner. Classic. Was it fried chicken?
Of course, it was fried, fried spicy chicken. It was good.
Excellent. That sounds good. I just had a pizza.
Oh, I had pizza for lunch.
Nice. I did have spicy pork and rice and veggies for lunch, though.
Okay, so the big question is after this game, what are we gonna eat? I'm hungry.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to get some food after this remix. I don't know. We'll see what Karn and Tootie are up to. I'm sure they'll want to get
maybe
some food.
Karn will treat us.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We're all pretty poor out here.
Yeah.
So all the money is good. All the money we can get, we'll use to buy our own food.
Okay,
But
so-
in Korean society, generally the oldest or the most elder person in a group of people will pay for the meal on average.
Well, that sucks because I'm usually the oldest, and I'm usually the one with the least money. I remember when we were practicing for NSL, I was paying for everything, and
man.
I got reimbursed with the prize money. And it's like I think me and Karn are the same age,
Yeah, you guys.
but
are
he's
around
like
the same age.
total foreigner, so he doesn't live.
Well,
by
he is
that.
a foreigner. Yeah.
Oh, so we have a question. They say, do you
sick.
have swag?
Oh man, of course. What are you talking about?
We have swag all day.
I want to make a Dota team with the word swag in it.
Oh, come on. That's so like 2010.
Maybe. Or I was thinking yesterday maybe something like Team Battletoads.
Team Battletoads, that was a great game.
It was a great game.
I remember, what was it? Was it Double Dragon?
Yeah, there was the Battletoads Double Dragon crossover.
That crossover was awesome. I had that game.
I like the Super Nintendo Battletoads the most.
Well, Battletoads is a great game.
It's a great game. They didn't remake it for the Wii, which I was a little disappointed about, or the Wii U.
You know what else?
I think it would have been the perfect time to reboot that series.
The Super Nintendo Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game, the side scroller.
Oh yeah, I
the
think
multiplayer side scroller. That was
that
awesome.
was good too.
It was a perfect like arcade to console port.
Yeah, it
just
was.
has so much replay value. You pick up the pizzas and you get healed and stuff. It was awesome.
Dude, that show advocated that pizza was healthy for you to little kids, and it's not the healthiest meal. You can make healthy pizzas, but on average, I mean, it's kind of junk food.
Well,
Yeah, man, this is quite the delay, and I really hope
looks
they
like a
fix
big
these
deal here.
computers. Yeah,
something is wrong.
something is wrong, and Tootie does not know what's going on. I guess the Korean commentators are talking about him.
Well, everybody's up in the booth for FW trying to address this technical issue.
Yeah, indeed they are. So, yeah. Any more questions, Remix, that we got?
We don't have any questions. Oh, do you guys live in Korea just to cast esports? Are you guys students or something? Actually, I've been here for a few years, and I was actually competing. And I believe Whiplash was a caster for StarCraft 2 Pro League and other leagues going on here in Korea.
Yeah, I used to cast Pro League. Now I'm casting Dota 2, which I like the game a lot more, in all honesty. So I'm kind of happy that I switched from StarCraft 2 to Dota 2.
Yeah, so
Superior game, yo. Superior
definitely
game.
a better game and a lot more possibility for the future.
Got a lot more confidence in the company behind the game as well. Got to say that.
And so, yeah, I've just been playing Dota 2, been pretty active in the scene, and now, we got Park doing some exercise here in the booth, just lifting his keyboard, flexing those E-muscles.
Yeah.
All right, so we have another question. It says, what kind of music are you into now?
I've been listening to a lot of rap music recently.
Recently?
Yeah, I mean, also Arteezy's stream has helped out a little bit with that.
Oh, don't mention
I love-
Arteezy's stream and the word music together. When
I
I
love
watch
it,
his
man. I
stream,
love it.
I have to watch it with no sound. He plays the
I-
most garbage
I love
artist
it.
in the world.
I love it
like,
all, man. I love it all.
Oh my god.
But
How-
before that, though,
Maybe if I was like 15 years old and I thought I was a gangster, like maybe that would be cool. But it's like, come on, there's real hip hop artists. Like there's.
Hey
there's
man, he does play
classics.
like some like old school like Tupac and Game and 50 Cent.
I don't even think he was alive when.
Oh, of course not. But that doesn't stop it from being good music.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, sometimes I listen to some Biggie when I'm streaming,
Yeah.
but then it makes me feel like really depressed.
I'm
So
sorry to hear that.
I'm listening to a lot of like electro, some trance, just anything that'll get me energized and has a good rhythm that I can, you know.
I listened to a lot of that in dubstep, like maybe like 2 years ago.
Dubstep just makes me feel nervous.
No, man, dubstep's good pump up music, but I feel like, I don't know, it kind of got old and repetitive, and a lot of the artists that I used to like haven't really been making too much new dubstep nowadays. They've kind of branched out a little bit. And before that, I was totally a metalhead. I mean, I used to have like long hair and everything, playing
really?
the guitar.
I didn't like metal. I liked, rock a little bit.
Rock was never hard enough for me, man. It was.
Well, what
It was
about
always
like
too
Avenged
relaxing.
Sevenfold?
I would say they're more on the metal side. Like maybe they're like hard rock. No, they're metal. Avenged Sevenfold's pretty.
They're not really metal.
They're in between, man. They're like Godsmack. Like they kind of blur the line.
Yeah, but I liked Avenged Sevenfold.
I think it depends on the song. Like
I like the old school My Chemical Romance.
I don't. Sorry. Get out of here.
Oh.
Get out of here, remix. Get out of here. What are you talking about?
Demolition Lovers? No.
Nope. Sorry, man.
As soon as they went all mainstream, it was kind of bad.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah. Based God music. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 members now in the FW booth that are not players trying to resolve this problem.
I'm pretty sure MVP left a nasty present for them. on
I
the
guess
computer.
so. Yeah, man, I don't know.
What happened? I mean,
No idea. Have you caught on to any Korean that has been spewing around from the Korean commentators, or are they
Korean
just?
commentators are just talking. They're just stalling.
Well, that's what you do whenever there's downtime. It's it's what you do.
Needs more goat metal.
Needs more what?
What is goat metal?
I don't know what goat
is this
metal
like
is.
greatest of all time metal? Like I don't know what he means.
I maybe like the Goat Simulator game that like just came out. Maybe there's metal involved with that. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'm not catching the reference there.
I know there was some popular YouTube videos a while ago with Taylor Swift and the Goat, and like the Goat would come in during like the chorus or something, and it would scream. It was kind of funny actually.
I haven't had time to YouTube. I'm just playing Dota.
You haven't had the pleasure to view that song?
I haven't. You got to link it to me later.
You're not missing on it too much, in all honesty.
Okay, so something's definitely wrong here, and this is a big issue. I don't even know if they'll be able to resolve this issue.
This is
They might have to
a
just
serious
get another
problem.
computer.
Yeah. It's the same booth, and generally that computer I've noticed has had the most issues.
Yeah, you've got everybody over there in that booth trying to solve this problem.
Yeah, sorry, guys, about the delays. We can't really do anything about them, but we'll do our best to keep you entertained until the match starts.
So, True Asian 1 says he thought that we were dubbing over the Korean casters, but just to clarify, we're like a separate stream. Like, you can hear them, you can see them on the stream because the production focuses on them.
Yep.
But we are not translating. We are just doing our own cast here in our own booth.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're helping out the translating when it comes to interviews.
Well, I'm just using my imagination sometimes.
Oh.
Well, I don't. It's generally the same questions asked every time to a
it
different
is.
person.
It
and
is.
the same response. Oh, thank my team. You know, like they never take credit for it. You got to have that one asshole stand up and be like, I'm the best at Dota. That's why we won. That will make for an interesting interview after game.
The problem with the Korean culture is that they're very modest. All about the team, man.
Well, only when they're in the public eye.
Oh, of course, of course.
So it's all for show, and they're just building up their own image.
Yeah. Behind the scenes, you'll have the ego come around, such.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys want, we can pretend to we can dub over the Korean casters and do our own little.
That would be fun, actually.
Too bad they're not on the screen. Oh.
You have to tell me kind of what they're talking about so we can just roll with it.
They're just talking about the schedule.
Oh.
They're like.
Well, I actually know the schedule, so.
They're talking about the whole tier switch system right now that's going on, so it's possible that some teams will be moved down a tier, some teams will move up, and they're just talking about the scheduling for that and what that's going to look like for next season.
They haven't revealed the specific brackets and such for the players. They've just mentioned that this upcoming Wednesday there's going to be a little bit of scheduling as far as will teams move up or down and placement matches, and then again a week from now, and then 2 weeks will be the finals from now.
I feel like they should just have another qualifier event.
I wouldn't. They're going to have some type of qualifier, but I think it's going to be for Tier 2, and maybe it's less teams, but I would like to see something. I don't know if they're seeding people through the PC Bong Tier 3.
Well, even for the first KDL qualifiers, Nemesis had the easiest bracket in the world. They were playing against complete noobs, so they made it into Tier 2 without any real show of skill. And here's the results. You just get cheese, Dota, and losses. And
I'm actually very glad that they were in Tier 2 because they've brought some interesting games.
yeah,
I know you don't like them or their strategies or the fact that they never practice.
Well, it's not that I don't like them. It's just it was dirty.
Yeah, but
It's like kicking in a boxing match. Come on.
I know, but that brings some entertainment, excitement, and drama.
Yeah, it's like telling Koreans oh, if you play like this, you can beat the good teams.
Yeah, and the thing is, a lot of the best Koreans in StarCraft started out that way. They'd just be really good at cheesing, and they moved their way up. Like Flash from Brood War. Yeah, Flash from Brood War. He started off as a dirty cheeser, and he actually pretty much is considered to have the best mechanics of any StarCraft player ever.
He's a Terran player, right?
Yep.
Oh,
He's playing StarCraft 2 right now, unfortunately, but
unfortunately.
I think we may see him return to the Brood War scene eventually if he doesn't get a good enough contract from KT. I know Beast is back playing some Brood War. He did win the Sonic Star League finals recently against a Zerg player named Hero, and I got to see the finals live, and the amount of people that showed up was ridiculous. It was an entire packed college stadium, basically.
Oh,
It was
wow.
ridiculous. There had to be at least 7,000 people there.
Jeez.
It's pretty sick, man. And people say Brood War is dead, but that game is not dead in Korea. I'll tell you that.
Where's Jaedong?
Jaedong is making a lot of money in StarCraft 2 with Evil Geniuses.
Oh, he's over at
He's put on a little bit of weight, unfortunately, as well. But he is one of the best StarCraft 2 players, if memory serves.
He's probably one of the highest paid as well in terms of tournament
yeah,
winnings.
I think Jaedong has made. He's definitely top 3 or 5 for most money earned in the world. I think he may actually be number 1 as far as most money earned overall in esports.
Number 1. What about Fatality? He made a lot of money. Back
Yeah,
in the
he
day.
did, but he hasn't been playing competitive games for a long time.
But he was dominating Quake, all these other games, getting sponsorships, and
He had his own graphics card line, I think, at one point.
he had his own mouse and all this stuff.
He did. But he was from the FPS scene. I wasn't really too familiar with that. I always kind of stuck with my RTS games before MOBAs kind of came out and about.
You missed out. FPS is great.
I missed out more on the fighting genre, I think, because I still played some FPS. I just never got in the competitive side of things.
Well, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, they're making a comeback.
They are. They actually, Global Offensive is more popular than the other two now put together.
Yeah, well, it's just a remake of the most popular version before they messed it up with all these weird...
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Much apologies for the delays, but everything has been, well, not fixed, but dealt with, I suppose. They found a workaround. From what I was told, FW, they use the in-game communication system to speak, but one of the mics would not work, so they all downloaded Skype and they're using that. That was the solution. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and move into the game, so finally, Remix, it's time to cast some Korean Dota.
Korean Dota, best Dota.
Absolutely. Hands down. And the picks and bans have already happened.
Did they?
Yeah. They did? I think they did.
Oh, so they did it while they were waiting.
Wait, no, were we halfway into it?
No, I thought they're just doing it.
Oh, I remember. I think it was a pause as soon as we got it. I think.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
So they were in-game and they paused.
Yeah, it's been so long.
I forgot.
We had the stall and delay. And, all right, well, there's still be delays. What did I tell you, Remix? There still would be delays.
So we did get a question from the Influx. It says, how did you guys get into gaming and/or shoutcasting?
I've been gaming my entire life.
And how old are you?
I'm 24.
Oh, so that's a long, many years of gaming. What are your favorite games?
The first game I ever owned was Super Mario World for the, not Nintendo 64, the Super Nintendo. I remember I saved up over an entire summer so I could afford it, and I got a used one from a garage sale.
Oh, that's awesome.
Back before you could just buy things online
it's one of the
easily.
one of the best games ever, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorites.
I got a couple years head start on you. I got a hand-me-down NES with Duck Hunt and the Super
nice.
Mario Brothers. Oh man, Duck Hunt in the heyday, that was the game.
I used to play a regular Nintendo at my friend's house. I would wake up in the morning and I'd ride my bike over to his house and wake him up at 8 a.m. and we'd play video games together.
That was the golden days of console gaming.
Yeah.
Before we had internet, we had what, 56K?
Yeah.
AOL?
I used AOL back in the day. And then we got DSL, which was 1 megabyte upload and download, I think.
Yeah, that was considered fast.
Yeah,
oh my god, we can download a whole 5 megabyte song in about 2-3 minutes.
Yep.
Really?
Then we got cable, and the current cable companies haven't changed too much over the past 4 or 5 years in America. But
that's when CD burners first came out.
yeah.
And
Napster.
that started the Napster, the bootlegging of copyrighted music.
All that fun stuff. Metallica got very angry at their fans.
Oh, well, I don't think they should have done that.
Well, they didn't know any better. They were rich. They're on top of the world, so what do you expect? And, ladies and gentlemen, we have some technical difficulties still.
What's going on?
I don't know. They may just tell FW to play anyway, but that would be cruel and unusual. Man, this has got to suck for Monkey Spanner as well. They are just sitting around waiting, not knowing what is happening at all.
You can tell some of those members just want to go out for a cigarette, but they can't.
Well, I guess once again, apologies for the delays. And for those of you wondering, my name is Whiplash, and I have my friend Remix broadcasting with me. And I know that we don't get as much views as BTS, but we do bring that awesome Korean production value that they lack. Are we going to actually move into the game? I think we are. And we're in. We're good to go. We're actually going to be casting Korean Dota. I am excited. Finally. It's taken a while. But here we are. FW versus Monkey Spanner, the final match of the afternoon. And
we have FW going for a jungle invade here.
Ooh, jungle invade.
Hopefully try to block off those creeps for the Enigma.
Ooh, 2D's going to be on the Magnus, so
this is going to be awesome.
He will eventually.
We're going to see some 3 or 4 people reverse RPs going on.
That's true. Oh no, there's another pause, another issue. And this is not good. Not good at all. We thought it was fixed, but I guess it wasn't. And, I mean, if you think about it, you kind of need to be able to communicate with your teammates. It's kind of important in
You're
Dota
sitting
2.
next to each other. Just take off the headsets and play on speakers.
Yeah, they could.
Well, you don't look as cool though.
I don't even know if they have... Do they have... I don't think they have speakers back there. I think it's just the headsets.
Oh.
But yeah,
Come on, you guys
Man.
have got to be competent enough to fix your own computer issues. If you're a gamer, at least, you should be able to like.
they're not old school gamers, man. Old school gamers are generally a little bit more computer competent, but the new school ones, they had that older brother or sister that like had, or even parent that like just built their computer for them, and then they're like, yeah, click this game, and they got good at the game, but they don't know about the computer.
I built my first computer when I was in middle school.
Okay, well, I didn't build my first computer until like college. But I was a lone gamer. I played games by myself, basically. None of my friends were really gamers until college, and I had the opportunity to join a LAN club, and that was the start of my beautiful journey in gaming.
Oh, I see. I was always playing games. Back in middle school, that was the day where we'd still be playing Brood Wars from
Yeah.
our 56K connections at home, and then once we had time, we'd go hit up the internet cafes together and then play the good games, which are like Diablo 2 and Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike was really popular back in the U.S.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I used to play like Brood War and Warcraft 3 and stuff, and Dota 1 back in the day, but it was generally like I just play with friends online. It looks like this invade is going to be spotted by that wolf.
It's definitely spotted, so they'll be able to see where the wards get placed, and they should be able to deward these wards, no problem.
Yeah, it looks like they did ping near the spot where you can block 2 camps with a single ward. Yeah, that's the exact position where you can block both camps.
전투가 시작됩니다.
Looks like Enigma's going to get a little bit of a slow start here.
Yeah. They actually, FW did a pretty good job at warding out the enemy jungle, but these wards should be pretty easily countered if Monkey Spanner really wants to.
But they get a late start going back to the tri-lane top, and then there is a haste rune available at the top, which
so
Monkey Spanner will pick up.
This is an interesting lineup. We don't normally see Tootie in the mid lane, but she's generally the off-laner hero. But Monkey Spanner is kind of doing a weird, I guess, weird lanings.
Oh, they leave the haste rune.
Yeah, that was a little weird. Okay, the Sentry Ward popped on the high ground, so they're going to be able to clean that, and the 1 minute camp will spawn while the Eidolons are able to just clear out this easy camp as well. And it's going to be Nace on the Viper, and the Puck helping him out. Nace normally in the mid lane. And that's going to leave Karn in the bottom, normally playing as the jungler, not the jungler, normally playing as the hard carry, as the Lycan.
And
He's not going to have the easiest time against Darkseer, though.
And Nace, it's actually pronounced Nase.
Oh, is that like a very Korean way to
Well,
pronounce it?
his real ID is Chonnase, which pretty just means like really strong or something like that. But
Okay.
it's kind of it's like slang or not really
It's
allowed.
like Tenbird.
Well, yeah, it's like Tenbird is pretty clever because it's like it means in Korean shipse, so which is kind of like a cuss word, and also you have but they just won't allow it like Jesus Stick, and they won't allow.
Well, they allowed Jesus Stick.
No, they wouldn't allow Jesus Stick, so that's why he had to use J-God.
The J-God is amazing. J-God, A-God. Jesus Stick, though, is still the best name to ever grace the Korean Dota 2 scene. Far. In my opinion.
I like Tenbird.
I mean, Tenbird sounds pretty like badass, but like Jesus Stick's just hilarious. It looks like Park is going to soak up a little bit of the experience from the creep pull. Nace getting a few last hits. What do you think about the lane so far? Monkey Spanner certainly have quite the unconventional lanes remix.
Well, you have two melees in your tri-lane. You got the Naga, and you also have the Nyx. So if they want to make any move on the Viper, one instance of Cold Feet is enough to keep them away.
What about, how is Karn going to be doing against this
Karn on
Starsealer?
Lycan, this is interesting.
I mean, it's definitely a hero that I know Karn has been playing a little bit more recently.
It's not his style, though. That's all I can say.
You know what? I think it is kind of his style. It's one of the flashy heroes nowadays. Uh-oh, the Park. He's going to get hit by that Sunstrike, and the first blood going to FW. Sanka grabbing that. It looks like Monkey Spanner may have gotten a little bit too over-aggressive, and this is still a very strong lane with a lot of disable.
It was a small mistake, I guess. That Sunstrike really helped secure the kill.
Yeah, that Sunstrike, I think, was definitely the main reason. And Karn, actually, he could be giving up a kill, too. There's going to be a haste. Karn trying the juke. Is he going to get the juke? He's eating away, but he's stuck, and Prince gets the kill. Oh, man, that is a huge misplay from Karn. He should not be dying to the Darkseer in a 1v1 situation.
Well, Karn is a hero that you need to protect, and that is one of the issues with running an Enigma jungler. As a solo laner, like 1v1 situation, he usually does not make too many mistakes, but it is a Darkseer versus Lycan, which is a bad matchup, so you can't really blame him too much there. Especially early on. He'll definitely get his revenge as soon as he gets some levels up.
I do have to say, though, that FW, I like their lineup more. They just have so much disable, and they have a pretty solid amount of team fight. And that's not to say Monkey Spanner doesn't have team fight, because they certainly do. But I'm just not a huge fan of their lanes currently.
Well, they've got the Wombo combo going on. Reverse polarity into well, they can go either one. They can go black hole into reverse polarity if the positioning's good.
Yeah. I mean, FW, though, has a lot of team fight as well. If you have the Disruptor, you can Sauna the Siren for initiation, then Darkseer comes in.
That's going to be huge. It's going to be used for a counter initiation, most likely, the Naga.
Alright, well, Tooty's got his bottle. It's up to 21 last hits, and the Invoker's at 17, so Tooty is winning this lane.
Well, the Viper in the off lane is getting the most right now.
Yeah. It's almost like that first blood doesn't even matter.
Well, they killed the Ancient Apparition, so... And it is a tri-lane against a dual lane, and...
Yeah. And Prince being scared away for the time being, thanks to the Wolves. And, you know, another thing to point out, Remix, is that the Wolves have an insane base regeneration on them. That's going to help out against that Ion Shell.
Well, Ion Shell isn't maxed out right now. It's at level 3, so they can get away with a little bit of poking here and there, but it's really when they turn invisible that you can really scout out the map, see the runes. Okay, you got some movement here going on at top. They really want Nase down, but they decide that the line position just isn't good. They might go make a move on Tooty.
Yeah, but Tooty is going to be nowhere to be found unless...
He's going to go buy his Arcane Boots, and the rune is bottom, so he will not be showing up.
Actually, like, the best time to buy the boots, but... Alright, the smoke is revealed. Nace a little bit out of position. I don't know if he can survive this. The Sunstrike hits true, and Nace, he's using his charges. And it's not enough. Like I said, there is just so much disable from FW in that lane. There's not much you can really do against it.
Early on, you're pretty strong, because Viper's not too durable unless he gets some of his items up and some levels. Especially since he doesn't have the resistance skin max.
Oh, Karn, he's going for it. He wants to kill Prince. And there's going to get a hit. One or two more, it'll be good. And Karn's going to get it. So nice.
There was no rotation made on FW's part, which means that they're really going to focus on this Viper. And this Darkseer, you're on your own, buddy.
Oh, the Darkseer has 31 last hits. He's been doing amazing as far as farm is considered.
That's more than amazing.
It's really good.
Well, but you have to consider that he did get the solo kill as well, and he's laning one-on-one against the Lycan.
True. Oh, wow, Tooty going for the RP. Follows up with the Shockwave.
Invoker missing.
Very well played. Very well played by Tooty. Just showing that he's pretty much going to outskill anybody in a 1v1 matchup, which we don't get to see too often, as he is the offlaner normally for Monkey Spanner.
It's nice to see Tooty play mid. He's just a great player.
Yeah. Nace is still, or Nase, is that it?
Nase. It's an abbreviation of Chon Nase.
Oh,
and
man, look at
Invoker's going to get caught again. He's gone. He does not have W.
Black Hole as well. making sure Scoundrel dies. And even though Sanka comes back, the help out, he may actually die. No, he does die.
What a player.
Wow. 4-8-8-5. Doing work. Tootie has got to be happy about that.
And
he's
he gets
like,
a regen.
He says, I see the regen
He
room.
sees the regen.
Tootie's gonna go top lane.
He's like a little kid in a candy store right now.
Rena's not level 6. I think we can see a dive from Tootie into a kill. The tier 1 tower in the mid lane is already down.
He can just shockwave like twice, and that's a kill.
Yeah. I think they're waiting to get a little bit better position. He's going to skewer through the jungle, I think.
He can definitely skewer through the trees. He's going to get this.
Yeah, there he goes, and he gets him. Rena going to get hit with the shockwave, and there's another kill. Somebody stop this man. Tootie is out of control this game.
So FW was up 3-0, but now you say Tootie, he says no, no, no.
Tootie's hit level 9, and he is looking to kill. His reverse polarity is only...
He's going to have his dagger up very soon because they've got the mid-tier 1 down, and they're working on that tier 2 at bottom as well as...
Karn's getting a little too aggressive on Prince. He does not want to do the fight. Oh, wait. If that hit Prince, I think it could have been a kill. Reverse polarity, it's available, but there are 2 extra members to help out here. There's the RP. Prince, he's so low on health. Tootie, he's going to get hit with a stun. The DPS, it's good enough. Down he falls. They're going to move on to 4-8-5 next. The Sunstrike hits him. Scoundrel with the kill. So tying it up 5-5. FW showing that you cannot get complacent against them.
See, that's why you shouldn't overextend, Karn. You just caused 2 of your teammates to die, saving you. He had to use that skewer defensively.
He did. If the skewer hit, though, I think they would have
It was not going to hit. It was just basically to protect the Lycan and make sure they don't chase after him.
No.
But imagine, if he had that skewer available, he would have seen the Darkseer go back to the fountain.
Yep. Well, so far, Nase is doing pretty good in the top lane despite the death. He's getting pretty close to his mechanism. And the dagger not too far off for Tootie. He's going to need a few hundred more gold in his coffers to achieve that. And Enigma looking to be moving into a fast Black King bar, I believe. Naga's looking pretty poor as well, though. Only 23 last hits, 10.5 minutes into the match. As a position 1 hero, not really where you want to be. Magnus does have a sentry ward on him as well in case he wants to try to gank the Invoker or the Nyx Assassin. Alright, there's 3 members in the bottom lane. They are scouted by the Wolves. Karn in a pretty safe position. There's the Blink Dagger Tootie he was looking for. That's going to give him insane initiation and ganking power. FW needs to be afraid at this point.
Well, we'll see. Looks like they're going to go for the top. Say, we want this Invoker. Oh, and they got to deny. Look at Karn. He used his wolves to deny that tower when they had 4 people pushing bot. Now we have a TP reaction top, and you're going to see some big play here.
The Sunstrike misses.
Oh, watch this RP.
There's going to be the RP.
No.
Where's the RP? There it is.
That Disruptor really helped them out for a little bit.
It helped them, but I don't think it's going to matter. Well, as I say that, ultimate 4-8-8-5. There is 4 down, looking for the 5th. Tootie carrying the game. Double kill from Park, but everybody is just gone on FW. And I believe this is going to be the beginning of the end for FW. Monkey Spanner, after that engagement, they're going to get a lot of gold. That definitely was the combination of all their members fighting together. Very, very well played from Monkey Spanner. Good coordination.
And just to clarify right now, we have some people on Twitch wondering if this is a live game or if it's a rebroadcast of a live game. Just to clarify, we are live. We're watching this game in person. This is going on right now.
This is happening as we speak. We're broadcasting.
Come on, Kudota, you're just being a troll here in the channel. This is totally live.
We are live from the Nexon studio. We're broadcasting from Korea as well. The Korean commentators you can probably slightly hear underneath our voices are literally 10 feet away from us.
Yep, they're 10 feet away.
Yep, so Monkey Spanner
You see that combo though. 2D, he went for the Blink Dagger to get his positioning, to scoop up that one hero into the group of 3, but the Disruptor laid down his ult, which kind of gave him like 3-second delay with the
Bot
RP.
time.
That RP was gonna catch 4 heroes.
Yeah.
So
I have to say, I do love the synergy between the little minions from... Oh, try the Skewer Sanka Sanka into a death. Just barely missed. But yeah, I love the synergy between the Howl from Lycan and then the Eidolons. You can get that extra bonus damage on them, which can really stack up. I think it's like, what, extra 40 damage at the level 4?
yeah, well, right now I don't believe his Howl is maxed, so it still does. Even its early levels, it adds a considerable amount of bonus damage. Like consider like Ancient Apparition. He's got chilling, or what is it? Chilling Touch.
Yeah, Chilling Touch is
but it
his third
slows down
ability.
your attack speed.
Yeah. I'd still say it's worth it though. Like level 1, it's I think 50 damage. It's ridiculous.
Oh man, they still don't trust us.
Oh well.
Oh,
That's
well.
fine. I don't care.
All right, so let's see. They're just gonna go straight for the push here. There's only an Invoker here at the tier 1 bottom tower, and he's just gonna have to back off.
I mean, he could maybe throw down a tornado and EMP, but
They're in no position to defend this at all. Even with the TP, they're just gonna die if they get
look
in.
at how spread out FW is. They're all over the map, and Lycan's going to
They're
do
slowly
a little bit of
walking
split
over,
pushing.
but look, check out the Magnus. You're gonna see a big play from him soon. Oh,
All,
here
all
comes
I
the
know
TP.
is that there's
This
oh,
is bad.
485. He
But
gets
they
the
don't
tower
see.
kill.
They don't see the Magnus. They don't see the Magnus.
Magnus
This
is
is dangerous.
like-
This is dangerous.
Oh, he gets stuck in the song at the last second. The wall is down, but
There's
there's
a
the
three-man
RP hitting
RP.
3 of the members into a skewer. Are we going to see a black hole? There's the BKB available. It doesn't even matter.
Now
and there's the black hole.
hole.
They're going to get Rena. They're going to get everyone else, and the Nyx is going to run away
I
and
feel
lick
like
his
he
wounds.
should have just dropped the.
They did that entire
hole
thing without Karn as well. Just throwing that out there.
Karn, meanwhile, is getting a tier 2 for free at top.
Yeah, this is looking pretty darn bad for FW.
I believe for the Lycan Howl, it's all allied units.
Yep, it's all allied units.
They got a buff recently, so
It's minions, it's heroes, it's everything.
yeah, heroes. It's not even like ranged. Kind of like, you know, Drow has that precision aura that can add to ranged creeps as well, but
Hey, it's a global ability.
yeah.
And it looks like Monkey Spanner, they did ping Roshan, but everybody on FW is alive. So
They really need to nerf Lycan a bit. Like, his base damage is too high, his wolves attack too fast. Like, they need to do something about it.
They already
It's-
nerfed him once, dude.
Well, they need to do some tweaking. Something doesn't feel right there.
Nah.
It's not game breaking, but it's just annoying.
I mean, in this game, it's obvious that Monkey Spanner are outplaying the opposition, and Enigma just picked up Blink Dagger. That is scary.
I love the Enigma against the Forge Spirits. He sees a Forge Spirit. Oh, you guys are turning into my Eidolons.
You're my personal army now,
Yeah.
Forge Spirit.
My little bitches.
Look at the gold advantage.
Oh,
15,000. That is absurd.
check out this fake Magnus bait right here with the illusion.
I like it.
He's controlling it like it's actually him, actually forcing them away from the tower.
They're afraid.
They're afraid of the illusion.
Magnus is gonna come out from like the other side or just blink in.
He's gonna come out like behind them from their.
2D
their
is a
fountain.
good Magnus. I want to see him play more Magnus in the future.
He's very clever. Like, you see his positioning there. They're not gonna spot him. They're gonna see this fake one and try to initiate on it. Oh no, they've seen that it's fake. It just got hit by the catapults.
Yeah. They gotta at least feel that something is wrong. Even Lycan and Naga are on the other side of the map farming away. Prince may be able to spot.
No, they're not able to spot him. I
Yeah.
believe he was just.
다이어의 중복 포탑이
They're just trying to get
공격받고
vision,
있습니다.
maybe.
I think they can see him. They have the Forge
Can
Spirits
they? Oh
up.
yeah,
Yep,
they
yep,
can see him.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
they've
what I
spotted
thought.
him.
So 2D just discovered it, and he's forced the Skewer out of there because the Forge Spirits will force the Blink
Force
on
them
cooldown.
down.
다이어의 중부 포탑이
Alright.
파괴되었습니다.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was a force staff, not a skewer. Kinda looked like it.
Come on, 2D would not waste a skill to get out of there.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's just the class level of player he is.
Lycan's picked up a Necrominion 3. He's been farming during
Oh my
entire game,
goodness.
basically.
Double
so-
damage haste Magnus coming up.
Oh,
Too bad that FW is all turtling right now. It'd be nice to just see him dive in.
They kind of have to at this point. They lose really bad in these team fights.
Whoa.
Putting up a little bit of Roshan wards.
레디언트의 하부 포탑이 공격받고
Looks
있습니다.
like Nyx will pick up his arcane boots pretty soon. Don't know if it'll do much at this point.
And Magnus, he has that force staff. He has the blink dagger. He's gonna get the BKB next. Oh man, he's 5-1 this game. He's done a just ridiculous job.
This game is over, pretty much.
Yeah, Scoundrel has naked boots and a hand of Midas.
I
He's
want
1-4.
Monkey Spanner to just go in and take the Roshan and take the game. But they have that ward there at Roshan that can't be spotted because it's up on the hill.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be... Oh, they might bait the Roshan actually.
I mean, the Monkey Spanner does
They
still have
spotted
great
it.
team fight, but I mean, Karn can solo Roshan. So what they could do is just push the other lanes, allow Karn to get the Roshan kill, kind of keep an eye on him. Yeah, look at FW. Their 4 of their members are at the tier 3 tower.
They're just watching.
MKS has way too much initiation power. It's a hard game for FW to deal with.
Oh, here comes some Forge Spirits to check it out.
Doesn't matter.
Maybe they can get a steal.
Maybe
or even
they can
deny
get a
the
deny.
Roshan. if They're not careful. Right here, they can deny it. Oh, no. Karn's too quick.
And the Wolves are going to tear apart those Forged Spirits.
They should have went for the last hit on Roshan.
Yeah, I would have liked to see that.
레디언트의 중부
They've
They've
포탑이
got no other
공격받고
choice. They've got to
있습니다.
make something happen.
Oh? Whoa. Oh, forcing the BKB to stay alive.
Why didn't he just get glimpsed back and blink away and save his BKB?
That's true. I mean, it could have been a little bit of a panic. You don't know if you're going to be stuck and, like, silenced.
Well, I don't know. I feel like his BKB shouldn't have gone down at that point.
True. I feel like it was the slightly safer move to do, but...
I guess.
He's not going to have a BKB for his ultimate. So, a Monkey Spanner, they're deciding it's time to attack the tier 3 tower. Nace, he's BKB up. It looks like he's going to get Scoundrel. Down goes the Invoker. The wall will fall as well, creating multiple illusions. And the Ancient Apparition all...
Off target, but the barracks are
Really
going
off
down
target.
either way.
It doesn't matter. They're just going to kill off the
Without
tier 3
Invokers,
towers.
they have no CC. They need that Naga Song of the Siren. Even if they get it, they can't follow up.
They can't fight it. FW simply, there's nothing they can do.
They're just watching Viper and Lycan take out the buildings, and
The buildings are going to fall. Naga looking to use her ultimate. This may be the time, but there's still a reverse polarity. Tootie is ready. He's waiting
Viper's
for
just
somebody.
picking away. Oh, maybe the Viper will
Nace,
get caught.
He's going to get stuck. In
There's
comes
a
the three-man
three-man
RP.
RP into
The
a black
follow-up.
hole.
In comes the BKB. Rihanna stuck in there as well.
Breaks up the song.
Yeah.
He had his BKB cooldown come back in time.
Everybody is still alive for FW.
Not for long. There
Duty
goes
gets a
one.
kill. Down goes the Darkseer.
공격받고 있습니다.
And Scoundrel looking to dive once again. Nace is netted up. He's stunned, but he is so tanky. Still, they're going to get the kill.
He's just manhandling them.
Man-moding them.
One more hit. Oh.
Nace. Oh, he's gonna use his ultimate. He's actually
He's gonna get this shockwave.
Oh,
he just
so
missed.
close.
2D, I'm
Glimpse
disappointed.
back.
다이어 상부
Gonna get
병력이
stuck
Pop
in
the
the up. Nope.
BKB.
Using the BKB. The entire time, Karn's been working on the tier 2 tower at the top.
22 minutes.
I guess you're right. Well, very, very dominating show from Monkey Spanner. That game looked even easier than their match against Hot 6.
Like I said, they're just gonna get outplayed, outclassed. Wasn't
GG.
much they could